This is the Middle East Report.
They can't contend with the science because they can't contend with the archaeology that is showing Jews have been here for thousands of years. So they go to the United Nations, where they have the ability to pass whatever resolutions they want that are slowly rewriting Jerusalem's history.
Each week, American Family Radio brings you truthful reporting on what's happening in Israel and the Middle East. I'm John Riley. When people visit Jerusalem's old city, they may believe it's the same place that King David set up as his capital more than 3,000 years ago. But that's not the case. The ancient biblical city of Jerusalem is located just outside the walls of Jerusalem's old city. This is where Jerusalem began. This is the location of King David's palace, where kings were anointed and where many other biblical events happened. The city of David is mentioned numerous times in Scripture. Archaeologists continue to uncover the original city, affirming the historical connection to Jerusalem that the Jewish people have had for over 3,000 years. Zeev Orenstein is director of international affairs for the city of David. Zeev says the continuing archaeological discoveries of the city of David continue to shatter the lies of those who would deny the truth about Jerusalem.
And it's very sad. Today politically, you have Palestinians, you have Muslim countries in the United Nations who have built a narrative that Israel is a colonial project. That Jews are foreign to the region, to the land of Israel, to Jerusalem in particular. We're colonizers, occupiers, foreigners. And therefore, when people talk about the peace process, essentially from that perspective, the peace process is essentially negotiations over how to return stolen property. Now, what's the problem with that? The problem with that is the city of David. The connection of Jews and Christians to Jerusalem goes back thousands of years. Not just because it says so in the Bible, but because the very earth is calling out. Antiquities are being unearthed, which are showing, again, not simply as a matter of faith, but as a matter of fact, the connection of Jews and Christians to Jerusalem. And therefore, we're not foreigners, we're not colonizers, we're not occupiers. We are the native sons and daughters of the land. And now, if you want to have a conversation about the future of Jerusalem, happy to. But that's going to be the starting point. Now, of course, that starting point does not advance the narrative that the Palestinians have been pushing. And therefore, because they can't contend with the science, because they can't contend with the archaeology that is showing Jews have been here for thousands of years, so they go to the United Nations, where they have the ability to pass whatever resolutions they want that are slowly rewriting Jerusalem's history. They then find common cause with others, say in Europe today, who reject the Bible, who reject faith, and who therefore reject anything that would seem to affirm that faith.
You're listening to the Middle East Report from American Family Radio. I'm John Riley. Zeev says when it comes to Jerusalem, the facts on the ground don't lie.
Again, from a scientific, archaeological perspective, it's not rabbis and priests who are digging. It's archaeologists, it's scientists. And they're the ones who are finding these discoveries and saying, well, here's what we're finding. Here's what it says in the Bible. Whether we like it or not, it seems to match up. And what do you do with that? And therefore there are those, whether for theological reasons or political reasons, find these discoveries to be inconvenient. And so as much as you and I and many of your listeners are excited by these discoveries, there are others, sadly, who are terrified by them because it's literally shaking the foundations of the house of cards that they've built. And these discoveries represent a gust of wind that's blowing it down. If you were to say to me, do you believe King David existed? Well, sure, I believe King David existed. I believe King Hezekiah existed or any other biblical figure. But there's something special when you could pull something out of the ground that shows not simply as a matter of faith, but as a matter of fact. It's real. It's true. You can see it. You can touch it. We're living in a time of unprecedented denial of the Jewish and Christian heritage in Jerusalem at the United Nations and elsewhere. And yet we're also living at a time of unprecedented discovery.
You can visit the city of David today. You can walk on ancient stones and see for yourself as the biblical narratives come to life. To find out more or to financially support the archaeological efforts happening in the city of David, visit cityofdavid.org.il. That's the Middle East Report from American Family Radio. Each week providing you with truthful reporting on what's happening in Israel and the Middle East. I'm John Riley.
Welcome to the Claudio Reilsono Show on ClaudioReilsono.com. Brought to you by Aspire Pediatric Therapy and Roscoe Hearing and Allergy Care Center. Claudio will be speaking to sports legends from the 70s, 80s, and 90s about their careers, business, and what they're doing now. He will also hold roundtable discussions with some old friends about trending topics in the world of sports. And now, here's Claudio.
Hello, everyone, and thank you so much for tuning in to the Claudio Reilsono Show, brought to you by Roscoe Hearing and Allergy Care Center and Aspire Pediatric Therapy. As always, I want to thank Richard for the introductions and my fantastic producer, and great person as well, Adam Zaloof. One of the top prizes in sports, without question, is being the heavyweight champion of the world. And our guest today did that. And he did it in spectacular fashion. And he was also a classy champion as well. He was definitely one of my favorite people in boxing. And if you'd have told me 39 years ago when I was rooting for this guy that I would be talking to him and doing a show with him, I might have said you were nuts. But it's a real thrill to have as our guest, former heavyweight champion of the world, Mike Weaver. Mike, thank you so much for being on the show.
It's my pleasure.
Thank you. Well, first off, Mike, tell us about your goals and dreams as, let's say, a 15, 16-year-old young man.
Well, when I was 15 years old, I was in all kinds of sports, except boxing. And a lot of people thought I was a football player. I played football, and I was a good runner. And then, but when I turned like maybe a little older than that, my goal was to go in the Marine Corps and be a military Marine. That was my goal. Like 17. To join the Marine Corps and make a career there. Something happened to me. Basically, that's it.
Okay, Mike, and was there someone that growing up that you looked up to, somebody that inspired you and motivated you in life?
Honestly, no, it wasn't anybody that motivated me or I looked up to. No, it wasn't. Other than my parents at all.
Well, that leads into my next question because everybody knows I always talk about my parents all the time. Tell us a little bit about your mom and dad and the influence they had on your life and basically again your life with your parents.
Well, they had one of the fathers together had 10 children, but they had more from my mother had no from the marriage. My father had how many kids he had, but told me he had a whole bunch of kids. Anyway. But growing up, we just my father like go fishing a lot. We went fishing every week, and we go with him go with him fishing. And we did the same thing, the kids did grow up and hang around, play, read, and stuff like that. That's it. None spectacular.
Okay. Now I think I read somewhere that it was kind of a freak thing that you got into boxing. Something about a jukebox. If that's a true story, then tell us a little bit about how that happened, and then right after that you got into boxing.
Yes, that's how I started. I was in the Marine Corps, and I hang out with boys. And one day we went to the club on the base, and they would drink. I don't drink. I never drink, but I had a beer like 10 hours drink. And one day a club I went to jukebox played a song, and that guy got the same time I did. I beat by about 6'3", but 240 like that. He pushed up the way. I pushed him back. And he actually pointed at me, but he missed. I saw him and I hold. A couple of a lieutenant and Marine Corps sergeant and another guy came to my barracks asking me to be interested on the boxing team. I said, I don't know about boxing. I don't know about boxing. He said, the guy you know was the Marine Corps. And I told him, I'm glad he was wrong. That's how I started.
Now, how many years from that punch did you turn pro? And did you have an amateur career in between?
Yeah. I had. I think my record amateur was 23. I think 22 or 23. 4. I think that what it was.
Okay.
And I'm not about fight, but I got the Marine Corps in 71. So about a year in the Marine Corps. And I got the Marine Corps about a year before I turned pro. So I really boxed only about 2 years after. I had about 20. I had about 25 fights. And I lost 3 of before. That was it.
Okay.
And I couldn't find a job. And somebody was turn pro, turn boxing. You crazy. You can box and make it, bro. A little money. I did it and make a little money. That's how I started.
Now, you had a lot of fights prior to, I would say your first big fight was against Leroy Jones. Tell us about that fight and what happened in that fight. Because you've had some ups and downs. We all have ups and downs, which we're going to get later. But your career wasn't like those guys who won championships where they won 15, 20, 25 in a row. And then that became number one. Yeah. So you were up and down. So tell us about, first of all, your journey prior to the Leroy Jones fight, and including that Leroy Jones fight.
Well, I worked with Leroy Jones in the gym before we fought. We worked together. I worked with everybody about 4 or 5 times in the gym. And somewhere along the line, which I thought, he wasn't a big guy. I thought I wanted to fight, but they gave him, he known I wouldn't fight. He's in the top 10, I wouldn't. And they gave him a fight. All he did was hail me and stay off me. But even that he weighed 266 of them. I weighed 195. Wow. And but I made a mistake before that. A few years prior to that fight, you fought a big name, and Wayne Bobick, who at the time was I think he was like 22-0. So going into that fight, again, huge name at the time. What were your feelings going into that fight against such a name? Before that fight, for Wayne, I fought his brother. Rodney, yeah. And they gave him a 10-round decision, which he didn't win. And one time they made him dinner. I was like Wayne Bobick. I mean, Wayne Bobick fought 3 times, 2 times before as amateur. He my right hand, thinking around my eye. There's stuff like my parents stuff like my eye. They say stuff like because he hit my right hand, my eye. He knocked me down in the second round. First round, like the third round. But my eye was bad, and went to in the 6th, 7th round. My trainer actually stopped the fight. They said, your eye's being too bad, I want to stop it. That's what happened.
Wow. Okay. Well, now after that fight, then you had somebody who I thought was a big hitter. And again, you were in the ring with him, so you would know, but it's a guy who people don't talk about much, named Bernardo Machado. Again, from what I remember, he was a pretty big puncher, and you knocked him out. Tell us a little bit about that fight.
I tell people what Bernardo Carlos was probably the hardest person I fought. I actually
believe it.
We actually fought. First time we fought when we fought together too. Before we fought in Cool Street Gym one day. He knocked me down the gym. And then next round stopped. Then somehow we never worked again. And then by a year later, I'm called to fight him. And this same way, same going. And the bell rung. I dropped my hand, hit me in the left foot, knocked me down again. And what happened? I say he knocked me down the bell, but I got but it wasn't hurt. Then I got up. Then I stopped him in the next round. I believe the next round. And he was a very hard to hit, very hard puncher, but he didn't have the biggest heart.
Okay. And to me, that seemed to be your first signature win. Would you agree with that?
I agree with that. Yes, I would. Mm-hmm.
And would you say that after that fight, I think that was back in '78. But would you say that opened up eyes to the boxing world and maybe even gave you more confidence and said, hey, I can really do this. I can go all the way. Was it that kind of a fight for you?
It was that kind of fight, and actually Larry Holmes was watching. Larry Holmes was in the audience watching the fight. He was there. Mm-hmm. That's my first met Larry Holmes at. He was there watching the fight, and think before that, Ken Norton had told me, he said, Mike, if you take fighting seriously and start training, and you can make some noise in heavyweight instead of coming once a week and spar and never come again for 3 or 4 days. But you try to take it serious. Right. You do something. I fought Bernard McCall and not Bernard McCall out, and things still happening.
Right. Okay, now before we talk about your first big opportunity, we're going to take a quick commercial break to hear from our sponsors, Roscoe Hearing and Allergy Care Center, Aspire Pediatric Therapy, Dom's Pizzeria and Sports Bar at 502 Cabot Avenue in Trafford. Call 412-372-3667. And criminal defense attorney Eric Jackson Lurie with offices located in downtown Pittsburgh and Fox Chapel. Call Eric at 412-963-9308. We will be back with former heavyweight champion Mike Weaver.
Hey, Grandpa, can you hear me?
What'd you say, Parker?
Hey, Grandpa, can you hear me?
Tell me again.
Grandpa can't hear me.
Don't let this be you. Let us help you. Hi, this is Dr. Roscoe and Parker. Come to the Hearing Center for a trade-in event. That's right, a trade-in event. Trade in your existing hearing aids for the newest and best made-in-America hearing aid technology.
And save big.
December 3rd through the 7th at 871 Beaver Drive. Call 814-299-4666.
Modern solutions with the hearing you've been looking for.
Has your child been diagnosed with an autism spectrum or developmental issue? You're not alone. Aspire Pediatric Therapy has been helping families for over 10 years and has 3 convenient locations. Through love, laughter, and play, the Aspire team provides occupational speech and feeding therapy using the area's only state-of-the-art sensory motor gyms. Aspire will treat you and your family like family. Don't settle for less. Call 412-474-3566 or check them out on the web at aspirepediatrictherapy.com.
We want to welcome our newest sponsor, Dom's Pizzeria and Sports Bar, 502 Cabot Avenue in Trafford, Pennsylvania. Call 412-372-3667. Dom Pecora, great guy, great food. Make sure you tell him we sent you.
Are you struggling with hearing loss? Don't miss the good things in life. Make this the year that you hear better by attending the New You event at the Roscoe Hearing Care Center, March the 9th through March the 13th.
Come in for a free hearing test and ear exam, a free cleaning and evaluation of your current hearing aid, and a demonstration of the newest technology in hearing aids.
You can also trade in your old hearing aids for new ones.
Call today for your free no-obligation appointment.
Okay, Mike, now you got the Larry Holmes shot the first time on June 22nd, 1979. What were your thoughts going in? He was 30-0 at the time, or 29-0. What were your thoughts going into that fight? Basically, what were your thoughts going into it?
Well, I was happy I was getting an opportunity to fight for the champion of the world. And I told people I was getting ready to fight him with the champion of a lot of people said, he's going to kill you. I said, well, yeah, he may kill me, but he didn't know he'd been in a fight. And I was happy for the opportunity. And even at the weigh-in, Larry Holmes, he said he wanted to bet my manager, Don Manuel. I bet Michael, I bet you $1 million I'll knock you ball in the 4th round. I said, Don, bet him. Don said, I got to sell the ball $1 million first. But I was happy with the opportunity to fight Larry Holmes. And I said, I'm going to do the best I can. And after the fight, I thank Larry Holmes for giving me an opportunity to fight for the championship, and that was it.
Well, you did knock him down that fight. That was, you had him going. Larry Holmes had a good chin, but he also had one of the best, in my opinion, recovery chins, for the lack of a better term. You knocked him down. Ernie Shavers blasted him. He got up. Snipes hit him, knocked him down, but it seems like he could recover quickly. Am I right?
Yeah. Larry Holmes actually called me about about maybe a year ago. He called. First time he ever could call me and said, "Michael has called to tell you that I've always respected you, whooping my butt, and I just always respected." He told me himself. He told me, and he called and told me. I said, "Well, thank you, Larry." He called me, made me feel good. He said, "I'd like to have you invite you to get some kind of program in Philadelphia, but I couldn't make it, so I couldn't come."
Right.
He did call me and said that. And I told him, like I said, everybody, I always thought you was a great champion, still do.
Yeah. No question.
I think Larry Holmes was a great champion. I just say you put Larry in the top 5 in any position.
Yep, no, I'm with you. Okay, now after the Holmes fight, you had a fight against Harry Terrell, and you knocked him out. And then a very tough, if people don't remember, Scott Ledoux was a guy who, he was just tough. That's the best way that I could describe Scott Ledoux. Why don't you describe him for us and for the fans listening to the show?
Yeah, I think Larry Scott Ledoux was very tough. He was very tough, but like I told my managers about training, said, don't go in there slug. Just show people that you can box. Just box them. Just use your jab and box them, because people didn't know me that type of fighter. I said, okay, so that was our plan, just to box Scott Ledoux, because that was it. And I thought people didn't think that was that I was that kind of fighter. I can fight like that, but that was my plan, just to box Scott Ledoux. Don't go in and try to show how tough you are. Just box him, and that's it. That was my plan. That's my goal. That's what I did. But he was a very tough guy.
And you outboxed him in his own hometown in Minnesota.
Yep.
And like I said, you got the unanimous decision, and that's when you won the USBA heavyweight title. And then the big bout against Big John Tate. Now, let me tell you a little story. I was a junior in high school, and that was a huge fight, right? And the whole team was talking about it, Mike. The whole team. And I'm just being honest here. And my friends who I still, who I talked to from that era, from that team, I was the only one, who said Mike Weaver is going to win this fight. I mean, I was a huge Mike Weaver fan, right? And then the fight wasn't going the way we would like, as you know. And then and everybody's calling me. And back then we didn't have call waiting, right? So we had the busy line. Yeah. Everybody's calling me, man, your boy isn't doing too good. Your man isn't doing too good. And I'm saying, don't worry, it's still early. And then obviously what happened, and then nobody called me anymore. But tell us about that. I mean, the phones just died, right? So, and I went nuts, obviously. Almost as nuts as you went when you fell on the ground. But tell us about the John Tate fight. Tell us about everything up to the 15th round.
Well, like I was going to tell everybody, I'm gonna knock out Tate. I'm gonna knock out Tate. I win this championship. Tate. I said I blew the first time with Larry Holmes. I'm gonna win it this time. He said okay. And then during the fight, my manager said, it's the 14th round, and you said you're gonna win the fight. But come on, do it. You got the only way to win, knock him out. So, and that's what I did. And I just couldn't, during the fight, I just couldn't get off. I couldn't. Tate was very strong. He was strong, but he wasn't no devastating puncher. Right. And I just couldn't get off. Just outmove me, outmuscle me, push me around the ring, and the 15th round, I knew it. I recited my little 20-30 song after sprint and went out, and that's what I did. I had the power in one, took him out.
That was.
Yep.
You threw a nice. Well, you threw a nice body shot, and then you hit him with that left, and then you hit him with the right as he was going down. But by that time, if anybody has not seen that fight, I don't know if I've ever. I mean, how many boxing matches have I watched? And you correct me if I'm wrong, Mike. I have never seen a guy fall flat like that. I mean, like the old, timber. Yeah.
Like I never have neither.
I mean,
he was out. He was out when I hit him out cold, face first. I never saw that.
I'll tell you what I was worried about though. After he fell flat, I mean, during the moment, you don't know what's going to happen, right? And then you start jumping around, and then you were on the ground too. And I said, man, I hope he doesn't get hurt, because you really celebrated. And then if you look at the video, and I urge everybody to watch the video, Tate is on his face flat. I mean, he's not moving. And then you see Mike fall down next to him pretty much and celebrating. I mean, it was a great thing. I mean, crazy question, but tell us what went through your mind when that happened.
Well, the minute referees counted 10, I hopped up and tried to do a flip. So I tried to do a flip, but half the flip, I said to myself, I ain't no gymnast. And I fell out the wall. I just fell on my back. I said, well, that's it. But that's what it was. I tried to do a flip and couldn't do the flip. And I said, well, I just stay here then.
That was one of the best endings, if not the best ending of a heavyweight title fight ever. And the other thing, too, what people have to remember, and again, I encourage you to watch the fight, is back then it was a 15-round fight, but now obviously 12 rounds. But this was the 15th round, and Tate was winning, but you had enough left in you. I mean, you look fresh. And one thing about you, like, you know, people say this guy throws a punch. You really threw your punches, and you had some pop to you. But how were you able to still have all of that energy, juice, stamina in the 15th round to not only do well, but to have the power to knock him out? I mean, was your training different? Was it all hard? What was it?
Well, like. I just trained like I usually train. There was nothing no different. I trained, I run like 4 or 5 miles a day, and I trained for like maybe 10, 12 hours a day, and that's it. It wasn't nothing different. I probably trained with state fight for probably 8 weeks. I was in camp 8 weeks, and I just trained hard, and my muscle trainer always told me that the best punch is your left hook. He said, and throw it short. And I had to have to throw my left hook short. I was waiting for Tate to drop the hand so I can throw that left hook. And I want him to throw it right to the body. And I heard him, like a big, like wind. He was up, like the wind out. And his hand went down, and I saw it. And I called him flush on the jaw. And that's it.
Oh, it was a nice short shot, and that was it.
Yep.
And you know, you mentioned being in shape. If anybody, which again, I look at a lot of Mike's fights, the 3 best boxing bodies I ever remember were Ken Norton, Evander Holyfield, and in my opinion, Mike Weaver, which your nickname was Hercules. I mean, you must have trained like crazy to have a stature like that. I mean, you looked great in the ring.
No, everybody. I wasn't no bodybuilder. It just that my father was very muscular and built. So me, probably about 5 of my brothers took after me. But I'm probably the best builder in the family. But I had a couple other brothers. But my father was very. He wasn't as tall as I was. My father like maybe 5'10", 5'11", but he was very muscular and very built. And that's. So all I used to do was just do push-ups. I used to do like maybe 300 push-ups a day throughout the day.
Wow.
And that was it. And
that reminds me of Herschel Walker. Remember Herschel Walker, the running back, used to do. Yeah, he had a great physique, and he just did push-ups all the time.
Yes, I did push-ups.
Okay. Now, with that, we're going to take another quick commercial break to hear from our sponsors, Roscoe Hearing and Allergy Care Center, Aspire Pediatric Therapy, Dom's Pizzeria and Sports Bar, and criminal defense attorney Eric Jackson Lurie, with offices located in downtown Pittsburgh and Fox Chapel. Call Eric at 412-963-9308. And he's a big fan of yours, Mike, Eric Jackson Lurie. So we'll be right back with Mike Weaver.
Hey, Grandpa, why's your TV so loud?
What'd you say? Constantly having to turn up the TV to understand what they're saying? Is it hard to carry on a meaningful conversation? Is it difficult to understand cashiers, people on the phone, or even your grandchildren?
The Roscoe Hearing Center in DuBois can help using the most advanced technology. If you or someone you know has hearing, balance, or vertigo problems, call the Roscoe Hearing and Balance Center today at 375-0455.
Modern solutions with the care you've been looking for. The Roscoe Hearing Center in DuBois.
Has your child been diagnosed with an autism spectrum or developmental issue? You're not alone. Aspire Pediatric Therapy has been helping families for over 10 years and has 3 convenient locations. Through love, laughter, and play, the Aspire team provides occupational speech and feeding therapy using the area's only state-of-the-art sensory motor gyms. Aspire will treat you and your family like family. Don't settle for less. Call 412-474-3566 or check them out on the web at aspirepediatrictherapy.com.
Aspire Pediatric Therapy in locations Moon Township, Pennsylvania at 993 Broadhead Road, Suite 10, and Banksville at 2893 Banksville Road, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. North Hills area, Pines Plaza Shopping Center, 1130 Perry Highway, Suite 120, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. In the Punxsutawney area, 1464 North Main Street, Suite 14, Punxsutawney, Pennsylvania, and the city of Pittsburgh in the north side, 1301 Beaver Avenue, Suite 10, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. And remember to check out their website for all of their information at aspirepediatrictherapy.com.
Are you struggling with hearing loss? Don't miss the good things in life. Make this the year that you hear better by attending the New You event at the Roscoe Hearing Care Center, March the 9th through March the 13th.
Come in for a free hearing test and ear exam, a free cleaning and evaluation of your current hearing aid, and a demonstration of the newest technology in hearing aids.
You can also trade in your old hearing aids for new ones.
Call today for your free no-obligation appointment.
Okay, Mike, now after you won the belt, as I've said on this show numerous times, I had wonderful, wonderful parents who were extremely supportive of my career, but there were also people in my life that weren't so supportive, people who made fun of my goals and dreams and people who said I was never going to make it and so on and so forth. Did you ever have people in your life who said, Mike, you're never going to win the heavyweight title and just was negative with you? Did you have those type people in your life?
Yeah, I had negative people around me, jealous people. I ain't do nothing, you ain't going nowhere. I heard that, but it wasn't my family. That's the only that's only counted. My family always had confidence, always back behind my back, 100%. You know, but people I knew they was jealous, envious, stuff. Say you ain't gonna make it, or you can't make it, like that. Like I felt I can make it. I felt I can be a champion. If not a champion, a contender. So,
did those people hurt you, or did they motivate you?
Well, they hurt me. They hurt me a bit. It's more motivated me. But for somebody saying what I can't do or talking on my back, it doesn't about me hurting me. Talking about it never hurt nobody. It don't hurt me.
There you go. Now, when you were alone that night after you won the belts and things quieted down, what went through your mind? Did you say, "Man, I'm the WBA heavyweight champ of the world"? I mean, what went through your mind?
Yeah, that went through my. I went back to my hotel room and just popped in my head. Like, you're the champ of the world.
Yeah.
God, I called back home and everybody started yelling. Yeah, my friends started yelling, champ, Michael, champ. But and I said, God, I am actually a goal prayer come true, a goal accomplished. And
wow, that's great. That's great. Now, 7 months later, you fought a very, very tough Jerry Coetzee. And let me add this. You, as I mentioned earlier, you fought Scott Ledoux in his hometown of Minnesota. You fought John Tate in his hometown of Knoxville, Tennessee. Then you fight Jerry Coetzee in his hometown. How come you didn't fight anybody in your backyard?
I don't know. I don't know.
Okay.
I didn't care about fighting nobody back. A lot of people tell me don't go to South Africa, don't fight in South Africa. Just Jackson told me this because of the apartheid and that's what it is. I told him I'm not a politician, I'm an athlete, and that's all I'm going for a fight. He said they trying to buy the fight from me because they're paying this much money to buy the fight. You ain't gonna have a chance to win over there. Everybody's saying this. Coach Fields this, Coach Fields this. He never been knocked off his feet, and I say he never fought Mike Weaver either. I had a lot of negativity.
Right.
A lot of negativity. Pardon me?
No, I was going to say too, and Coetzee. Now, John Tate, before you beat him, he was 20-0. Coetzee was 23-1. I mean, these guys were damn good. I mean, Coetzee was a hitter. He could take a punch. He was tough.
Yeah, exactly.
And you knocked him out. Yeah.
Yeah.
So tell us about that fight a little bit.
Well, like when I was over there, they make a big deal. They were saying Coetzee had 200 amateur fighting, 30 some pro fights, never been knocked down, never knocked off his feet. And I said, well, he never fought me. And I went with the confidence of South Africa, knowing I had to win the fight because there's so much I had to win the fight. And I knew I told Coach Phil, he said he'll knock me out, so I'm like, you out. And I did best that I begged him. He told me, he said he never hit that hard in his life. You know, we're friends. We used to talk about it on Facebook. I haven't talked to him in a while. Yeah, but he said never hit that hard. You know, but after he fought me, he said like after he fought me, he still won the championship. But he said I never hit that hard in my life. So that's what he told me.
Right. Well, he should know.
and he hit me hard too, especially in the 8th round. I came off the rope. I bumped up the rope, and at the same time, he hit me with the right hand. And I actually saw 3 Coetzee. I saw 3 Coetzee. But good. And what held me up was conditioning. Conditioning helped me, but he did. I was. Everything was, the rain was going, moving. I saw 3 Coetzee, but that was it. I still hung in there.
And then you fought another guy who was 20-0, who was a very skilled fighter, James Quick Tillis. And tell us about that fight. That was a tough fight, and he was a good fighter, another undefeated guy.
And those also the kind of fight I hated them boxing moving fighters. Mm-hmm. And that what Coach Phil ever take Tillis was, but I didn't. I saw him. I said, well, no problem. I thought I'd catch him, knock him out, maybe 5-6 rounds, but no, it didn't go away. And I never did. And I just never could hit those spots like I wanted to. And he's boxing move, and he was very, very skillful, very fast. But I did it. I got the unanimous decision over him, but
it seemed to me, Mike, that you could adjust. I mean, and we'll get to Deontay Wilder in a little bit, but you fought the guys who stayed in front of you, like a Coetzee. Yeah. You fought a skilled fighter like a John Tate. You took care of him. You did well against one of the all-time greats, Larry Holmes. Then you have a guy like Tillis with his skill level. So it isn't that you may not have liked to fight the guys who moved, but you were able to make adjustments in the ring.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So tell us a little bit about the adjustments that you had to make. Yeah.
You're right. I knew I had to. Those, like I said, those type of boxers. I didn't like fighting them, but I know I had to do. I knew I had to do the win. I knew I could not sit back and trade jab with Tillis. Now box Tillis is a better boxer, wasn't a fast. But I knew that I had to keep the pressure on him, keep stepping his jab, keep my jab in his face. That was a goal. That was my plan. So, and I didn't think it wasn't a very exciting fight because she moved too much, didn't stay still. But I know I knew I wouldn't fight regardless of I knew I wouldn't have fight, but by pressure, he didn't more than he had me.
Right.
But I didn't think it was my best performance. But and for the fight, I really didn't train hard for that fight like I did Tate and Costilla. I didn't train hard for Tillis, not taking anything from Tillis. But I didn't train very hard. I was in Vegas and I was doing anything. I wasn't really training. I messed around with a couple girls, but
That'll do it.
Oh yeah, a couple girls. So we got to fight. I'm messing around, but no, I regret that. I did.
You're giving us the behind the scenes stuff now, right? Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Okay.
But now you were a very busy fighter. I mean, you fought every 6-7 months. Then after the Tillis fight, you sat out. Well, not sat out, but you weren't in the ring again to fight a live fight for over a year, and you fought another tough fighter, young up and coming Michael Dokes. Why did it take you so long to get back in the ring, and did that have an effect on you?
Yeah, with back for in the court. Bob Evans said I couldn't have it because they had a contract me to fight this guy. Then Don King said this had a fight, and then when the court for the whole year, that's what it was. Bob Evans tied me up, and then we assigned to fight Cooney, matter of fact, and they came to my house. Cooney people came to my house and assigned to fight Cooney. But then that's when Bob Evans had said no, he didn't. There's a lot of stuff anyway. And if I didn't go up to, they said if I didn't fight who, no, this was for a fight Tillis. This was I don't want to fight Tillis. They said, but who if I came for Tillis? They said if I didn't fight Tillis, if I fight Cooney Tillis first, they're gonna strip me off that board. And anyway, after the Tillis fight, it just I was in court with Bob Evans, Don King, back forth, and that's what it was. Because Don King, Bob Evans, he got a contract me to fight with him with one more fight, and Don King saying he had to make his title decision against number one contender, which was dope, and we didn't care, but that's what it was. Back for the court, and then finally got a court. We got rid of Bob Evans. We was obligated to fight with Don King, the number one contender, who was dope.
Wow.
So,
and then you unfortunately you lost that fight, and then you fought him about a few months later to a draw, which I thought you won that fight. Tell us about that fight, which was a draw.
Well, I'm gonna tell you what the first fight. A guy came to me. A guy came to Michael. You got to be careful in the fight. He said people overheard through the grapevine that they're gonna stop the fight the first time you're like in trouble, they're gonna stop the fight. I said, what? He said he's gonna stop the fight. Yeah, he said he heard it. He said they're gonna stop the fight, so don't give no reason to stop the fight. And that's what happened. Anyway, the second fight was a dope fight. I had in my mind he's gonna do the same thing. He ain't gonna run out dark fast, which he did. And about this time I was prepared for that quick start, and I fought back. And I thought I did enough to win the decision, but I didn't. I thought I won the fight, but they called it draw. I did win the fight. They called it draw, but that was it. And after those fights, I really kind of lost a little bit of the interest in the game.
And let me ask you, if I'm not mistaken, this was a long time ago, and I could be wrong, so forgive me. But was there was some crazy stuff going on with the referee, if I'm not mistaken? I don't know if I read that right, or maybe I've made a mistake there. But was the referee? Did he bet on the fight or something like that, or am I wrong?
They found afterward Joey Curtis, who refereed 3 of my fights before, bet on the fight and said the fight wouldn't go back. He bet on the fight that it wouldn't go out the first round. He bet that.
Wow.
That's true.
How the hell can that happen?
Somehow they found out. Somehow people found out he had bet on the fight, He bet on fight Doak the fight wouldn't go 1 round.
Holy cow.
Then he bet on the fight. Then he bet on the fight. Then referee the fight. So what that tell you? Mm-hmm. People don't know that though.
Really.
Mm-hmm.
I remember something. I didn't remember that, but I remember there was something that came out years later. But I didn't know that he bet on the fight to oh my God!
He bet on the fight. Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yes, he did.
But looking at your career, and I'm sorry. Go ahead, Mike.
I used to. Joey Curtis actually bet on referee 2 or 3 of my fights. At the ones right at the hair. He refereed me. He always said, I made you. We said someone fight when I fought Stan Ward. He stopped me because, he said, Stan Ward, he stopped fighting when I fight Stan Ward. But like he made me, he unmade me when I fought Doak. Mm-hmm.
Right, he unmade you, right.
Yeah.
Now, through the years after that, like I said, you said you lost a little bit of zest for the fight game, but
yeah.
I don't know of anybody. If you look at anybody's record, now Vander Holyfield, he fought everybody in his era, but you fought guys who were stars prior to your era, during your era, and after your era. And let me give a list of names here. It's a who's who of fighters that you fought: Lennox Lewis, Razor Ruddock, Larry Holmes, Pinklin Thomas, Burt Cooper, Bone Crusher Smith, Carl the Truth Williams, Dwayne Bobbick, Jerry Cusia, of course, Big John Tate, James Quick Tillis, Michael Dokes, Scott Ledoux, and Bernardo Macardo. I mean, you fought some damn good heavyweights who could hit, take a punch. I mean, these guys were, I don't know, they were just really, really good fighters, and you fought them all. I mean, you weren't afraid to fight anybody. Like nowadays, you see guys ducking this guy, ducking that guy. You didn't duck anybody.
Like I said, I wasn't afraid to fight anybody. I'll fight anybody. I mean, one day I was going, this early fight career, I was going to a party, and they called me, my manager called me and said, man, they want to fight this guy. He's backed out. I said, okay, I'll fight him. It was like a 6 or 8 round, something like that, but I knocked the guy out. So I didn't care, but I didn't care who I was fighting. I didn't care. I mean, I remember when I was sparring around Lyle. I was working around Lyle, and he told me, he said, you're gonna be a champ one. You can hit. Someone just Lyle told me that. you can hit.
You sure could.
Yeah,
you sure could.
Yeah.
But we're going to take another quick commercial break to hear from our sponsors: Roscoe Hearing and Allergy Care Center, Aspire Pediatric Therapy, and Dom's Pizzeria and Sports Bar in Trafford, Pennsylvania, and criminal defense attorney Eric Jackson Lurie, with offices located in downtown Pittsburgh. Fox Chapel, call 412-963-9308. We will be back with former heavyweight champ of the world, Mike Weaver.
Hey, Grandpa, why's your TV so loud?
What'd you say? Constantly having to turn up the TV to understand what they're saying? Is it hard to carry on a meaningful conversation? Is it difficult to understand cashiers, people on the phone, or even your grandchildren?
The Roscoe Hearing Center in DuBois can help using the most advanced technology. If you or someone you know has hearing, balance, or vertigo problems, call the Roscoe Hearing and Balance Center today at 375-0455.
Modern solutions with the care you've been looking for. The Roscoe Hearing Center in DuBois.
Has your child been diagnosed with an autism spectrum or developmental issue? You're not alone. Aspire Pediatric Therapy has been helping families for over 10 years and has 3 convenient locations. Through love, laughter, and play, the Aspire team provides occupational speech and feeding therapy using the area's only state-of-the-art sensory motor gyms. Aspire will treat you and your family like family. Don't settle for less. Call 412-474-3566 or check them out on the web at aspirepediatrictherapy.com.
We want to welcome our newest sponsor, Dom's Pizzeria and Sports Bar, 502 Cavett Avenue in Trafford, Pennsylvania. Call 412-372-3667. Dom Pecora, great guy, great food. Make sure you tell him we sent you. Okay, Mike, now after your last fight was against Larry Holmes, didn't go the way we wanted, but what made you say, this is it? I just don't want to do this anymore. And then what did you go into after that?
really, I wasn't. I had retired. I wasn't fighting no more. I went for Larry. I had called it quit. I was working in the post office. Post had me job at the post office. And, Harold Smith had called me and said, "Mike, fighting, gonna fight Larry Home again. I'm putting the show on the old timer." I said, "Man, Harold, I ain't sport, man. I'm working. I ain't fighting no more." He said, "Well, I give you get $60,000 to fight." I said, "Okay, I'll take it." But like I said, I was working in the post office, and I started training for fight. I went to the gym. I wasn't really into the fight. I think I fought Larry Home that day. I think about 233, something like 234, something like that. And Larry Home, he was right hand, knocked me down, and I got and the referee stopped it, and my corner said, "He ain't all right. He's all right." I said, "That's all right. That's all right. That's up to just like that." Yeah. He ain't. They got mad when we started. I said, "No, man. I said that's wrong fact. I'm just dead. Never did."
Right. Now I believe you said you made $60,000, correct, for that fight?
I think it's 60. I think it's 60.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, can you imagine do you ever look back and two big names like that, Larry Holmes and Mike Weaver, two former champs? Can you imagine do you ever think about what the numbers would be like today if you fought that fight now?
Yep. Yep. Look, when I first fought Larry Holmes, my first fought Larry, it was only $75,000.
35?
75.
75. Okay. Okay.
Yeah, 75. Yeah. I know. Yeah, it was. It's 75, but Don King took last week. Don King cut $25,000 to $50,000. He said because the fight wouldn't sell, nobody would buy a fight. So he cut the person from 75 to 50,000.
Jeez, a lot of stories about Don King, huh?
Yeah, we did.
But now, as I said, we all have to overcome things in life. What were some of the things that maybe you had to overcome that you did overcome, and how did you overcome them? And again, we all go through things, but to listen to somebody with your career who's done what you've done, what was it that you had to overcome, and if you don't mind, and how did you overcome it?
I really can't think of anything, but other than this life problem, like I said, I really can't think of a certain thing overcame.
Well, that's good. That's a good thing.
Other than life problem, I know when I got the service, because like I said, I had intention to stay in the service, but things happened, and one of the things happened that my father died. My father died while I was in service, and he never saw me fighting, and I know my mother by herself, her and her at the time, she had at home by 8 kids. So I went and I wanted to help her, be out to help her, and
sure.
I remember telling him when I turned 4, I remember telling him, I remember one day I'm gonna be champion. He had to worry about it. Okay, I'm praying to be champion.
Well,
that's it.
Well, you certainly were able to do that for sure. And tell us about your life now and the hobbies. Or I know you were a big piano player, but tell us about your life now. What keeps you busy, and do you follow boxing now as well?
Well, first I don't do too much now. I'm at home all the time, but then I really like going for enjoyment. I like going to the casino. I like going to. I just like going to the casino.
Okay.
And that's I like most times them home on time. I don't be doing much. Yeah. So for a while I was actually working at gym training, training fighters like that. But somehow the gym.
I'm sorry, Mike. You're kind of blurred up again. I'm sorry. If you could.
Okay. I said for a while.
Go ahead.
I was working at a gym, training people, training kids at a gym. I enjoyed that, training kids. but then the gym closed down for some reason. I don't know. It closed down. So that was a couple of years ago. So since then, I ain't been doing anything. So somebody told me, why don't you go back in and start training kids gym? I really don't feel like doing that no more. I'm tired of that. I'm tired of going to the gym. And I actually was working on myself. I work out every day, train every day. And there's a guy who wanted to do an exhibition sport with me. He wanted to do an exhibition so he could show his kids and show his grandkids. He said, it's 3 rounds. I'll pay you $5,000 for 3 rounds. So I did that. So I did it. This was 3 rounds. So we did that. This is this November. And did that. And in 3 rounds, then I knocked him down. Accidentally knocked him down. Anyway, after the fight, at the forum, he said, "You have to understand. I'm 37 years old and I haven't did this in 10 years." I said, "You have to understand. I'm 68 years old and did 20 years."
That's right. but you still have it though. You still have it, I'm sure. You still got it. Tell us a little bit about your thoughts on today's fighters. Obviously, a few weeks ago, the big fight between Wilder and Fury. But tell us what you think about the heavyweight boxing today compared to your era.
Well, I really don't know too much about who's heavyweight champion other than Joshua, Wilder, and Fury. I don't know who else. No, I really don't follow too much unless it come on television. But somebody asked me the other day, which one of the best? Which you think you could did? Which they could did against Tyson and Wilder? Which they? I said, well, I can never tell. I said, I'm not sure. I'm gonna tell you, I would have beat him, but with respect, that was going to hear. But
sure.
He said, what do you think? What do you think of today's fighter? I said, nothing. Just this fighter. He said, it's today's fighter. He said, so before Wilder and Joshua fight, they asked, Fury fight, I would ask who I pick, and I said, well, this is the first fight. I said, well, I said, if it goes distance, I think I give to Wilder. I said, I give to Joshua. Fury. But if it goes like I give it to the other guy, Wilder. And the same fight, in the second fight, I said the same thing. I said, well, yeah, I'm not saying my thing. Same thing. I said, I think Fury is a better boxer. He'll box him, but if it goes to decision, I think he'll win. But
right.
He didn't go to decision. But
no. No, but before he beat the hell out of him. That was a beatdown. But
he sure did.
The last time I saw a heavyweight fighter dominate and really beat a fighter like that was Buster Douglas against Mike Tyson. Buster just beat him. Wow. But before we go on to the next lightning round, Eric Jackson, Laurie lightning round. Years ago, I remember that they did an interview with you, and they showed your heavyweight championship belt and a bunch of trophies that you had earned. Do you ever look at those trophies now in quiet moments and say, "Man, look what I did in my life," and really look at them with pride?
Only every day.
That's good. That's all right. That's good.
Because all my trophies in my bedroom. I'm looking at them right now in my bedroom with the wall. And then I see them all the time and thinking the same thing. Thinking every day, God, these are actually mine. I did this. Yeah, every day.
That's right.
Every night. Mm.
Oh, that's good. I love hearing that. And do you ever watch the Tate fight?
I watched it last week. I don't know.
Okay.
Last week was the last I watched it last week.
All right. That's good. I would too. Hell, I watch it. I still watch it. But like I said, and you've deserved every one of those trophies, and that's for sure. But we're going to take our final commercial break to hear from our sponsors, Roscoe Hearing and Allergy Care Center and Inspire Pediatric Therapy. We'll be right back with the great Mike Weaver.
Hey Hey, Grandpa, why's your TV so loud?
What'd you say? Constantly having to turn up the TV to understand what they're saying? Is it hard to carry on a meaningful conversation? Is it difficult to understand cashiers, people on the phone, or even your grandchildren?
The Roscoe Hearing Center in DuBois can help using the most advanced technology. If you or someone you know has hearing, balance, or vertigo problems, call the Roscoe Hearing and Balance Center today at 375-0455.
Modern solutions with the care you've been looking for. The Roscoe Hearing Center in DuBois.
Has your child been diagnosed with an autism spectrum or developmental issue? You're not alone. Aspire Pediatric Therapy has been helping families for over 10 years and has 3 convenient locations. Through love, laughter, and play, the Aspire team provides occupational speech and feeding therapy using the area's only state-of-the-art sensory motor gyms. Aspire will treat you and your family like family. Don't settle for less. Call 412-474-3566 or check them out on the web at aspirepediatrictherapy.com.
Okay, Mike, we have something here called the Eric Jackson Lori Lightning Round. I'm going to ask you some quick questions and get some quick answers from you. All right.
Okay.
As I said, you fought a ton of great fighters. Who would you have liked to have fought that you didn't fight?
Ali, like Muhammad Ali.
Okay.
Supposed to fight.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, that's a pretty good name there. What sports besides boxing, which you say don't watch a whole lot, is there any other sports that you enjoy watching?
Football, basketball, and I like track, running track.
Okay. Favorite movie of all time?
Oh God, Rocky. No, Rocky. I told Rocky. I watched Rocky one day 19 times in a row.
Oh wow, okay.
The interview, the guy said, the interview one day, the guy asked me, he asked me who's the favorite movie. What's the favorite movie? I thought I watched Rocky 19 times in a row. At least, yeah.
Favorite restaurant out your way?
IHOP.
Okay.
IHOP.
You know, believe it or not, I've never been to an IHOP. We have one not too far from me. I'm going to go to one now because of you. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
The street I walk. My only walk across the street walking there. That's why I go to IHOP. I either go to IHOP or Del Taco.
Okay, there you go. I love tacos. My wife, she wants to eat tacos all the damn time. Who is your favorite? I mean, all the time. I'm a good cook. I'm Italian. I can cook. Mexican food, Italian food, it doesn't matter. I'm a good cook. She's lucky.
Wow.
But who's your favorite athlete of all time?
Athlete, God. Like that. Favorite athlete all the time. God. I don't know. I can't. I like so many athletes in basketball, football. So I don't know who's favorite. So I'm just gonna say my favorite. I'm gonna take a box and I'm gonna say Sugar Robinson.
Okay, all right.
Mm-hmm.
And who's your favorite music group of all time?
Oh, I'm always playing a Commodore song. So I said Commodore.
Oh, good for you. Oh, there you go, Lionel Richie. The Lionel Richie or. Yeah. I love the Commodores. Love the Commodores. They don't make them like it. Matter of fact, right now in my car, I had Commodores on this morning, and a couple hours ago I had Kool and the Gang, and I'm saying songs aren't like that anymore. There's no groups. Boxers aren't the same as they used to be. Music isn't the same as it used to be. So I don't know.
Right. I play Commodore song every day, different ones on the keyboard.
Okay, that's right. Yeah, that's it. Well, Mike, I tell you, I cannot tell you what a thrill it is to have you on the show. You are always a classy champion, and I hope someday that we can meet, and we'll definitely keep in touch. Like I told you, I'd like to get something going with you and a few other boxers that we've had on the show. Maybe we could do some sort of event somewhere. But when I told people, I said, I got Mike Weaver on the show. Oh, man, I can't wait to hear Mike Weaver. So you have a ton of fans out there, and you have a lot of fans here in Pittsburgh, trust me. And none of them are bigger fans than me.
Thank you. I appreciate it. I put a smile on my face. Made me feel good.
Well, like I said, I mean it with all my heart. Like I said, you were always a classy person, and you've given us a lot of thrills. And I'll never forget March 31st when that phone was ringing, and then all of a sudden, knock out, the damn phone stopped ringing, and I was so happy. But again,
I got a few more days. That'd be 40 years ago.
You know what? Since you mentioned that, is that hard to believe or what? I mean, 40.
Yeah, on
39 years ago.
It'd be 40 years ago. God.
That is unbelievable. I remember when my dad used to tell me, Mike, he used to say, when Rocky Marciano fought Joe Walcott, 23 years ago, and I'd say, damn, 23 years ago, wow. And me and my friend Vince Kaplak, who's a fan of yours as well, we talked about the Buster Douglas fight, which was February of 1990. And then your fight, again, I was a junior. I'm 55 now, but back then, a junior in high school, it's like, you got to be kidding me. It seemed like yesterday. And
yeah, it does. It seemed like yesterday.
Hey, like they say, like Rocky said, you got to keep punching. So we'll keep punching.
Yeah, keep on punching.
That's it.
That's right.
Well, Mike, we will definitely be in touch again, and I can't thank you enough for taking time. Thank you so much.
Anytime. I'd love to do it. Anytime. Okay.
All right, we'll have you back on. Thank you so much, brother. Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
All right. Okay, everybody, that was a thrill for me. Trust me, Mike Weaver, as I said, was without question a great champion, but a classy champion, a good man, as you can tell from his interviews or from the interview. So, as always, I want to thank my sponsors: Roscoe Hearing and Allergy Care Center, Aspire Pediatric Therapy, Dom's Pizzeria and Sports Bar at 502 Cavett Avenue in Trafford, Pennsylvania, 412-372-3667. Lee Davis and Associates Legends Division Facebook page. Check that out. And, of course, criminal defense attorney Eric Jackson Lurie with offices located in downtown Pittsburgh and Fox Chapel. Call Eric at 412-963-9308. As always, want to thank Rick Mitchell for the introductions and the outros. My great producer, Adam Zaloof. Thank you, Adam. Hear the show on ClaudioReilsono.com, iTunes, Stitcher, Spotify, and Podbean. Subscribe to the show. Keep sending those great emails. I appreciate it. Soon is obviously baseball season. We'll have baseball guests on, numerous other great guests. And as always, I'd like to thank my dad, Olindo Reilsono, and my mom, Ida Reilsono. And, of course, thanks to all the fans who listen to the show. We'll talk to you guys soon.
Thank you for listening to the Claudio Reilsono Show, brought to you by Aspire Pediatric Therapy and Roscoe Hearing and Allergy Care Center. Be sure to tune in next time on ClaudioReilsono.com.
Need a celebrity for an event? Visit the Lee Davis and Associates Legends Division Facebook page. Available for speaking engagements, autograph shows, ribbon cuttings, product endorsements, and other type appearances. We have World Series champions like Jim Rooker, John Candelaria, Grant Jackson, Rennie Stedet, Al Oliver, Ken Griffey Sr., football legends Roman Gabriel, Vince Papale, Louis Lips, Super Bowl champions Marv Kellum, Robin Cole, boxing champions Donnie the Golden Boy Lalonde, Vinny the Tasmanian Devil Paz, and yours truly, Claudio Reilsono. Contact us through our Facebook page at Lee Davis and Associates Legends Division or at Reilsono16gmail.com.